Up next on Sledhead 24/7, ride, rate, and review the new Timbersled. Polaris created a kit that transforms just about any dirt bike into a four-season snow roosting backcountry prowling beast. The best of snowcross and motocross in one machine. Capturing life's great moments has never been easier, and on snowmobile, it's never been more fun. This little camera, the GoPro, has had massive impact on the action sports world, and our team checks out the latest edition, the GoPro 5. What if we told you this sled was designed to be customized? The Ski-Doo 850 is the perfect sled for accessorizing and creating a one-of-a-kind sled with your personal specs. Those stories, and the crew loads up the Ram truck for a trip to the world's largest Arctic Cat dealer. You heard me, world's largest. Ready, set, Sledhead 24/7 hits the trail now.
Greetings everyone, and welcome to Sledhead 24/7, your show about everything snowmobile. I'm your host, Chelsea Skorich. What happens when you take the best of motocross and the best of snowcross and combine it into one? You get a Timbersled. And after riding one, my only question is, what took them so long?
Check out what's next as the sport of snowmobiles continues to evolve. Introducing the Timbersled.
Continuing on to my love and passion of the sport is snowmobiling. So what a perfect way to combine two of my passions, motocross, motorcycles in general, and snowmobiling, is the Timbersled.
Yeah, the wow factor is always there with the Timbersled. Every time you go out and ride it, there's a new thing, new line you want to try to pull, or something that just kind of jumps out or stands out. It's just, you constantly can grow with these bikes. There's no one telling you this is a right or wrong way to do it, or it's endless. It's such a new sport where the possibilities are there.
Polaris offers the Timbersled as a kit, a build-up that works with just about any dirt bike. You need to be handy with a wrench, but our crew says it's actually a pretty easy build.
With the Timbersled, it's actually a kit to convert your motorcycle. So you need to have a motorcycle, and then they'll have a kit for it. Pretty much they'll have a kit for almost anything imaginable. If you have the Hodaka Combat Wombat, you might want to call them and see if they can fix you up. But most any late model motocross bikes, dirt bikes, enduros, they have a product for you to convert your bike.
These bikes, they're basically taking you to areas that normally you wouldn't be able to get to. For your most average rider, would have to really ride a snowmobile to get into these areas. But the average guy can get into areas that he would only dream to be in. But these Timbersleds make it happen. You know, the Timbersleds, you're able to go anywhere you want to go. You can take them from the steep and deep out west in the backcountry to the hard, flat, groomed trails here in the Midwest.
You know, we've had a chance to go back in the mountains and ride them, trail ride them, backcountry ride them up in the UP, northern Wisconsin. We've had a chance to get on the motocross track, which is really fun. We've also had a chance to do some single track. You guys that are single track enduro guys, these are an absolute blast. You can go winging through the trees just like you do on your enduro bikes or hare scramble bikes through the trees, the single track. So you can ride your single tracks up north all year long. And you can run them in the summer and then go back and ride them in the winter. It's an absolute blast.
One exciting thing for snow bikes this year is at the ISOC National Snowcross event, we're going to have a snow bike class at all 8 rounds.
Because it's just going to be something new they haven't seen. Everybody's seen the snowmobiles, and granted, there's some great racing with these snowcross racers, but now add the snow bikes, and to see what these guys are going to do on these snow bikes is going to be pretty exciting.
You know, with these Timbersleds, there's a lot of stuff, a lot of room to grow. There's nothing that says this is how you have to do something or this is how it's done. the possibilities are endless. There's really, if you want to try a line or do something, and it's a growing sport, there's a lot to be done here with the sport of snow bikes.
Timbersleds, the new game changer.
Who would not want to share links to clips like this? When Sledhead 24/7 returns, our experts offer tips on how to capture great shots like these as we zoom into GoPro 5. Jeff Fisher says the Ski-Doo 850 is a great sled with an extra amazing feature. The 850 was designed to be customized. He'll show you how to make a statement with the latest accessories from Ski-Doo. Our Sledhead road trip continues from Country Cat in Sauk Center, Minnesota. Meet a world champion ice racer who now has the world's largest dealership. Big news! Country Cat is the title sponsor for the AMSOIL Championship Snowcross in Winter Park, Colorado, December 16th and 17th. For details, log on to sledhead247.com.
Sledhead 24/7 is brought to you by AMSOIL. Protect your weekend. By Polaris. Terrain domination. Arctic Cat. Share our passion. Ski-Doo Snowmobiles. What matters is what's next. FXR. World-class outerwear. And by Ram Trucks. America's longest lasting pickups.
This little camera has had a massive impact on the action sports industry by making you the star. Now, we've all used GoPro, but wait till you see what they've got coming up next.
Capturing life's great moments has never been easier, and on a snowmobile, it's never been more fun. The GoPro helps transform what might be just another great ride into magical footage. Who would not want to share links to clips like this? The experts offer 2 tips. Slow it down and you look like a pro. And the closer to the action, the better.
So one thing you want to do, make sure you clean the surface that you want to put your sticky mount on. You want to get rid of all the dirt, debris. You just place this on there. It's solid. See this little mount we built? You just take some of the different accessories and you can build off each other and place them on there. So the biggest thing is playing with it once you get it on. So you can do these by hand, but I like taking a screwdriver to make sure everything's tight. You don't want a chance anything coming loose because you totally wreck the shot.
The GoPro seems relatively simple. High-tech guts in a low-tech disguise. Once removed from the waterproof case, it's no bigger than a cell phone. Only a few buttons, and yet somehow dozens of settings. Sledhead 24/7 just picked up the latest edition, the GoPro 5, which shoots in 4K, features improved image stabilization, and can send video via Wi-Fi.
So there's a ton of stuff you can do with the GoPro. We do a lot of time lapses with them. As you can see, this plate works perfect. Set it down on a flat surface. You can basically, possibilities are endless. These cameras, you can do so much. Slow-mo, just take normal pictures. There's lots you can do with a GoPro.
The GoPro has proved to be durable and reliable, and the next chapter is up in the air. The GoPro drone will offer sweeping shots and bird's eye views. We leave you with the classic popular genre, the blooper, also known as the GoPro fail. Luckily, in this case, our Sledhead 24/7 test rider walked away from the pine tree and rode home. From more storage and brighter lights to new ways to protect your engine, Jeff Fisher has one-of-a-kind tips on how to accessorize your Ski-Doo 850. And discover how a world champion ice racer is now the world's largest Arctic Cat dealer. Details in a jiffy.
one. Welcome back to Sledhead 24/7. I'm your host, Chelsea Skorich. What's going on at Skidoo these days? Well, let's go north of the border to find out.
It's my favorite time of the year. We get to accessorize our ride. We have our new Skidoo 850. I have Steve Cowing from Skidoo. Steve, all we got to do is start bolting on some product.
Yeah, Jeff, you're right, and I know how you feel about this. It's about making the machine fit you at this time of year, both maybe your riding style and your size. You know, you might want a taller riser than the next guy. You may want your boots to fit differently. So now is our chance to do that. This machine is thought of in advance before it ever hits the production line. We're already thinking of how are you going to incorporate accessories and make it easy for our customers to add those.
No, and that's cool. That doesn't happen very often in the industry. I mean, Skidoo is looking at it like some of the automotive industries. Let's give them what they want. They don't have to source out elsewhere. Come right to Skidoo, buy the products, put it on. Light up my world. The new Skidoo auxiliary lighting will do just that. Your friends will be able to do shadow puppets in front of you because it's that bright.
Yeah, this thing adds a 2500 extra lumens, so it's basically going to double your output of your standard headlight. You'll really be able to see very clearly in the woods. It's really a nice addition.
Then once you have the dash actually removed, which isn't too difficult, there's a few, couple screws, some zip ties, which they give you new zip ties. And then under here you'll see the dimples. And this is the pre-setup, so you basically will drill through these dimples and then trim it out from hole to hole and snap in your switch. And like always with Skidoo, plug and play, very easy to install. What we have here is the new glove box extension for the new 850 Generation 4s. And what this is, you just look at the sleeker design, almost has a windshield look. So the Summit guys are going to like this because they don't run windshields, a lot of them. This will actually act kind of as a windshield as well.
Yeah, a bit of a snow deflection device for them.
We already have our glove box insert. We have that apart, and while we're doing it, we're going to do is drill the holes out for the screw of this on. The windshield on. Power, plug and play, correct?
Very easy.
And you notice we say that a lot, plug and play. One thing we can't forget about the bag. The Link system has set a new industry standard as far as how bags are fastened to the snowmobile, but Skidoo didn't just sit tight, they made the bag even better.
Yeah, this is what we're calling the SR21 bag for its volume, and it's a little bit different design. It's a little more sleek. It looks a little bit better on the sled. You see it's very, very easy to access it. You flip the cover open, undo the latch there, open it up. You've got a great access to what's inside and a little bit more waterproofing to it, Jeff. And that was the idea, is to tighten it up.
Got two of our Link mounts on. Now it's just a matter of snapping on the bag. Truthfully, that easy. Product, small but very effective, is the two-step knee pads, which go on the side panels of the snowmobile.
Yeah, what this is going to give you is a little bit of a cushion. So if you're an aggressive rider, your knee comes forward fast, it gives you a little bit of cushion there. And also if you're hanging off the side of the snowmobile, it allows you to stay connected a little bit more. Because now you've got a little bit of traction that's going to help, keep you in place.
Yeah, and there again, like we're saying, you can customize your snowmobile to your riding style. Didn't take that long to bolt all these accessories on and customize the ride the way I like it. Steve, thanks for bringing me all these parts and providing me with a great snowmobile to accessorize. This thing was made to accessorize.
Yeah, Jeff, you hit the key point on there. This snowmobile comes out of the box, and this gives you the freedom and the flexibility to adjust it to fit your riding style or your size. And that's really key for people these days, is they need to adjust their snowmobiles to fit their ride.
No, that is what's cool. So we only got one thing left to do. Let's go try it out. Let's go ride these things.
When we return, we're going one-on-one with PJ Wanderscheid. He owned the sport of ice racing, and today he turned his passion into an Arctic dealership that is the envy of the world. We'll explain after this brief timeout.
Sledhead 24/7 is brought to you by Amsoil. Protect your weekend. Stud Boy. Traction with an attitude. Straight line performance. Ziegler Cat. Exceptional service backing the best equipment. The U.S. Air Force. Aim high.
Hey Sledders, welcome back to Sledhead 24/7. I'm hanging out at a place that you need to check out. It's one part dealership, two parts cat destination and completely amazing. I'm talking about Country Cat, the world's largest Arctic cat dealer.
Welcome to the world of Country Cat, the really big world of Country Cat. This claim to fame is vetted, cross-checked, and confirmed. Take a tour of the largest Arctic cat dealer in the world. It all comes together in the small town of Sauk Center, Minnesota. The Sledhead 24/7 team and their road trip machine, the mighty Ram, found it right off Interstate 94 between Minneapolis and Fargo.
Obviously, we started small 25 years ago, back in 1991, and celebrating our 25th anniversary this year. And like I said, we've come a long way. You know, from the smallest, ordering 14 machines that first year, to now, you know, about 1,000 machines a year between all our product lines. So, good businessmen say it's hard not to grow when you do a good job.
Many cat fans make a day trip out of it. And why not? The latest cat models are all here, along with what has become a shrine and a museum to the Arctic Cat brand.
Get a ton of visitors throughout the dealership, you know, just to come see the facility. They've heard about Country Cat, whether they're from Iowa or New York or Wyoming. You get people traveling through on vacation and they're like, hey, I wanted to see Country Cat, I buy parts from you. You know, we take them through a tour of the dealership. People are pretty impressed when they leave, and we give them the whole tour of the facility.
Country Cat owner PJ Wanderscheid has been a cat man his entire life, starting off as a kid and all world to ice racing. PJ simply owns ice racing and several world championships in a sport that all race fans should see live.
Ice racing really is the NASCAR of the snowmobile racing. It's fast, it's just a huge adrenaline rush. To watch it, it's even more to get on and ride one of these things. It's 100-mile-an-hour plus on these, you know, a couple G's off the whole shot, and it's 700 studs in the ice and, you know, skis off the ground. And once you get to the end of the straightaway, you got to turn that thing around and go back the other way. So it's something that can't be described, and definitely you have to see it for yourself.
PJ always feels the need for speed. Just one reason he's sponsoring the upcoming AMSOIL Championship Snowcross race, December 16th and 17th in Winter Park, Colorado. Big snow in the mountains means big fun for racers and fans. Country Cat never slows down, and in 2017, it's easy to be green as Cat continues to push the next generation of snowmobiles.
What is new for 2017 in Arctic Cat?
Well, new for Arctic Cat is they came out with the new 9000 series motor, which is a 998cc turboed engine, putting out a little over 200 horse. They're going to offer that in all of the series. They also came out with a new King Cat. It's going to be a 162 mountain sled, also offered in that engine. Going to be more horsepower and lighter than the past.
Keeping your cat running, all part of a world-class dealership with a shop so clean, you could probably serve dinner on the bench. But what may be the secret to their success? Online sales. The mail order business has been booming. If you can't make it out to Sauk Center, Minnesota, Country Cat will come to you. A massive online sales department offers competitive pricing and fast and free shipping on most orders over $20.
Customers do not want to wait a week to get their product if they're waiting, going on a trip. We try to stock a huge amount of clothing and accessories and parts in stock so the customer doesn't have to wait. And if he's contemplating between a couple different products, he can have them in his hand to make sure that he's making the right choice between his couple items that he's looking for.
That's a whirlwind tour of Country Cat. But at the heart of the world's largest dealership is something simple, genuine, and perhaps what we all can relate to: the love of snowmobiles.
It's hard to describe, what makes a snowmobile different than anything else. For you that have drove a snowmobile, you know it. It's indescribable of what you can do on these things and how much fun they are. Just the speed, the capability, the places that they will go, especially in the mountain segment. These things will go places that they wouldn't 10 years ago. And I don't know, it's something that I can't sit here in front of a camera and describe. It's really something that you have to experience, and you'll definitely understand once you do.
for a day trip to Country Cat? There's plenty of great riding and restaurants nearby, not to mention the retail therapy. Well, that's all the time we have for this week's show. Make sure you check us out on Facebook and Instagram and sledhead24-7.com.
Next week on Sledhead 24/7, get your pit pass. We're headed into the $1 million rigs at the ISOC race. We'll share the lifestyle Polaris Pro Riders ride on AMSOIL Championship Snowcross, as the latest in sled technology meets the world's greatest snowcross racers, and they grab a handful of throttle. And our Sledhead 24/7 crew keeps on trucking in their official Ram truck. They're headed to the next location for more stories about folks like you. Folks who can't wait to hit the trail.
Make sure you keep watching. Every week we're going to do a new project build or new parts on our project build. We're going to start out with the Polaris Access RMK 800. We're going to do everything from turbos to skis, suspension, tracks, you name it. We're going to make it look cool, make it go fast. You get to watch us ride it, so stay tuned.